Now, a lot of you have been asking me, which one is better, Saitama or Shibnobi? So I thought of making this quick Shibnobi versus Saitama comparison video. None of what I say in this video is financial advice. The only advice I want to give you guys is not to take any advice from any YouTuber. Saitama versus Shibnobi. Let's get into it. So I'm going to do the comparison based on 5 different factors. 1. Market cap. 2. Utility. 3. Level of cult. 4. Marketing. And 5. The development team. So let's jump into my screen. As you can see here, today Saitama is doing rather well. It's up by 13.83%. And the market cap is $2.2 billion. Whereas Shibnobi does not have a market cap still. I mean, it does. We have to manually calculate it. So the fully diluted market cap is about $655 million. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go and take the price of Shibnobi, which is this, and we're going to multiply this by the number of coins that are currently in circulation, which is this number here. Sorry, this number here. All right, so just going to copy this here and let's calculate. So I have the price of the coin already in here. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm just going to paste the circulating supply and let's go. And the market cap is about $370 million. All right, so Saitama is at $2.2 billion and Shibnobi is at $370 million. So this is quite easy. Shibnobi wins here because there is much more room for growth in Shibnobi as compared to Saitama. All right, so this is an easy win for Shibnobi. Now let's look into the second factor. The second factor is utility. So in terms of utility, what do we have? For Saitama, it's very simple. It's the Saitama mask. I mean, there's a lot of other things, but Saitama mask is one thing that's going to be out pretty soon. And it's something that's going to affect the price in the short term rather massively. So I'm just going to talk about Saitama in this video, although there are many other products in the pipeline. So we have the Saitama mask, which will be out pretty soon, and the audit just got completed. So Saitama mask will be out real soon, hopefully. Whereas Shibnobi does not have any product out yet. So if you look at Shibnobi's roadmap, they do have something similar like Saitama, and they have this thing called the Dojo Swap, which will pretty much be quite similar to what Saitama mask is. All right, so Dojo Swap is going to be the first product that's going to be launched by Shibnobi, and then of course they have these others which we're not going to talk about today. So there is no clarity yet when this is going to happen, whether it's really going to happen in Q1 2022 or not, we don't know yet. But for Saitama, the product is going to be out pretty soon. So for that reason, in terms of utility, I'm going to give it to Saitama. So Saitama gets 1 point here. Now let's go to point number 3, which I like to call the level of cult. So what do I mean by level of cult? So if you look at Saitama's Twitter, or even if you look at the comment section of my own channel or some other people's channel, you will see that the minute you say something remotely negative about Saitama, there will be a lot of Saitama cultists coming out with pitchforks to defend their coin. So it doesn't matter whether the thing that's being said is true or false. They will just use blanket statements like FUD to silence any critics. Now, I've had some pretty bad experience with these people from Saitama. I even got death threats for speaking the truth. So Saitama holders are really passionate about their coin. I don't see the same thing with Shibnobi holders, at least not yet. And I've also gone through Saitama's Reddit, and I remember coming across one post of this one guy who had sold his house to buy Saitama. So we don't have that in Shibnobi yet. In Saitama, we do. So for that reason, I believe that the hype will continue, because these people, they're never gonna let the hype die. It's both good and bad. It can scare away new people, new serious investors from dipping their toes in Saitama. However, it can attract other such investors with cultist mentality, especially first-time investors. It may deter long-term serious investors, but it can attract many new investors, especially investors that are investing in crypto for the first time. I think in the short term, the quality of investors doesn't really matter, because it all helps in pushing up the price of the coin. So for that reason, in this aspect, level of cult, I'm going to give Saitama 1 point. So far we have 1 for Shibnobi and 2 for Saitama. Now let's move on to point number 4. Point number 4 is marketing. So in terms of marketing, for Shibnobi, there is a dedicated wallet. 5% of every transaction goes to the marketing wallet, and there's tons of funds in here. As the market cap of the coin goes higher, it's gonna accumulate more and more funds in here. So I think they're gonna have really a lot of funds to play with for marketing. Now, when it comes to Saitama, the team has been spending a lot on boxing matches, and I've not really seen any of Saitama's marketing efforts helping in pushing up the price of the coin. So in terms of marketing, I don't think Saitama is doing that well. They do have a lot of funds for marketing, but there are better ways of spending it than what currently the team is doing. Most of the marketing, to be honest, is Saitama's Wolfpack. They are doing most of the marketing, and a lot of YouTubers who are personally invested in it, and for that reason they are talking about it. So this is what's driving Saitama's marketing rather than what the team is actually spending on. Alright, so for that reason, in terms of marketing, I think Shibnobi is better. So Shibnobi gets 1 point. Now let's move on to the last factor here, which is the development team, the devs. Now when it comes to Saitama's Russ, he was previously serving in the military, and the CERTIC audit that came out recently barely had any issues at all. So the CERTIC audit was really good for Saitama. With the CERTIC audit completed for Saitama and the fact that there are so minimal issues, I think the team really proved themselves and what they are capable of. Now when it comes to Shibnobi, I'm a little skeptical of Cliff Wetner, because there's a lot of evidence floating around that this guy was involved with another project called Asgard a few months back, and they have abandoned that project. Many people also say that that project was rugged, and the evidence that I saw so far is quite compelling. So I'm going to do a little bit more research on that and make a video on that pretty soon. So for that reason, in terms of the development team, I think that Saitama has a better development team. At least they were not involved in rug pulls before. So for that reason, Saitama gets 1 point here. So let's calculate the total for both the coins. For market cap, Shibnobi wins because Shibnobi's market cap is much smaller than Saitama. And utility wise, it's going to be Saitama, because the Saitama is right around the corner. In terms of the level of cultishness, it's going to be Saitama as well. People have sold their house to buy Saitama coins. And marketing is going to be Shibnobi, much better marketing, than Saitama. Saitama's marketing is usually really ineffective. And in terms of the devs team, it's going to be Saitama as well, because Shibnobi's development team is rumored to be involved in a scam. So overall, Saitama gets 3 points and Shibnobi gets 2 points. And I think in this, with these factors, Saitama is definitely clearly a winner. All right, let me know what you think about this, whether it's Saitama or Shibnobi or both. Now, full disclosure, I'm neither invested in Saitama Token nor Shibnobi. A few months back, when I was still a rookie crypto investor, I bought Saitama and I sold right before the Vegas event. And with Shibnobi, I just made a quick swing trade last week, right before Christmas, for a small profit of 30%. Long term, I'm not investing in neither of these tokens because I'm just going to wait and see, wait for the products to come out first. For Saitama, it's going to be Saitamask, and for Shibnobi, it's going to be the Dojo swap. Until then, whenever an opportunity presents itself to me and the setup looks good and I see an opportunity to make a quick buck, I will buy, I will do some swing trading, day trading. All right, but I'm not investing in these for the long term. Let me know what you are doing. Let me know if you're buying this for the short term or for the long term. All right, and I'm gonna make a video about Cliff Fatner and his association with Asgard maybe tomorrow. All right, so like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. That's it. Thanks for watching and have a great day.